week 3. This is week 3 of our live mindfulness lesson. I'm Shyla Webb. I am your mindfulness teacher for this evening. I'm very excited to be here tonight. I get to demonstrate and guide you through one of my most favorite mindfulness lessons, which is Heartfulness. If you are here with me, please say hi as you're watching. Otherwise, if you're catching the replay, let me know that you're catching the replay. Again, any comments or questions that you may have about tonight's practice or any of my live videos, always feel free to post in the comments. We do watch them and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. So again, for tonight's lesson, if you are just joining me, we are going to practice Heartfulness. Hey Stacy, thank you so much for joining tonight. So mindfulness is about being present and being present in the moment. Now, those that practice mindfulness on a regular basis, what they report is that one of the benefits that they feel comes from that is a practice of greater compassion, whether it's compassion towards ourselves or compassion towards other people for just being mindful and being intentional about how we show up every day. So Heartfulness is one of those mindfulness practices that help us access our compassion. It's our compassion within, or being able to extend that to other people. This activity is one of my favorites, and I think it's because one of the first times when I was actually practicing mindfulness as part of my own way of living, and I started teaching it to students, I went in and did an 8-week series with 8th graders. We had 80 8th graders at a time, 4 different sessions of them, and we did guided mindfulness. And so it was about 15-20 minutes for twice a week. I would go in, and at the end of that, we did a pre-survey, a mid-survey, and a post-survey to see whether or not mindfulness, they were feeling benefits and experiencing benefits of a mindfulness practice. At the end, we had students, we gave them the opportunity to volunteer to talk to me and share. They just did like this brief interview whether or not they had benefits, and an 8th grade student told me that he reported that this particular lesson for tonight gave him peace at home. His brother went overseas, was deployed, came back with PTSD after being in the service and his experience overseas, and when he came back there was like a lot of conflict in the home. He was living back at home, and the conflict happened between this kid's older brother and parent. But he said practicing mindfulness actually helped him feel at peace with this situation and the conflict that was happening, and he swears it actually helped calm the situation down. So whether or not it did, it's hard to prove that science, but I can tell you that I personally use this activity of Heartfulness anytime I go into high conflict situations. So part of my job as a consultant in the education field is I'm brought in high conflict situations, and I help schools and teams mediate the differences. Not mediate in a legal standpoint, I am more the proactive end. So hopefully I'm brought in right away up front to prevent it ever going down that road. But even as an administrator and as a classroom teacher, anytime we had more of those situations or those meetings that I was invited to, I would practice this Heartfulness. So for tonight's lesson, you can, if you can sit comfortably, that's great. Otherwise, you don't have to close your eyes. It is recommended in this practice if you have the time and the space, but if not, if you're just listening in, that's okay too. Just practicing with me as you're going about your activities is just fine. So there are various ways to do this practice, and I welcome you to do it as it fits your lifestyle and what you have going on right now. But if you are in a cozy place and a comfortable spot where you can sit down and just relax, if you're in a chair, you can just like kind of sit back and totally relax. Otherwise, if you're on the floor, just sit up nice and tall if you can, and gently close your eyes when you have a chance. You can look down at something in front of you, relaxing your eyelids, relaxing any tension in your face. Connecting with your breath, feeling the rise and fall of every inhale and exhale. muscles to relax. With your eyes closed, I want you to bring to mind someone that you care about, have a lot of love for, or maybe just someone that you wish for them to have a more peaceful life, more balance. It may be a group of people, it may be a community that you care for. Just visualize this person or group of people. Visualize the state that they're in, whatever that may be. Visualize yourself being with this person or group of people with a caring, compassionate heart. Arms open, palms up, sending the message you're here to receive and you're here to give. With this individual or this group of people, I'm going to give you a phrase, and we're going to give them wishes. And to yourself, after I repeat the phrase, I want you to repeat that, sending that message to the people, group of people, or person that you brought to mind over and over. And we'll just do a few different phrases for this activity. So the very first one is, I wish you peace. The next phrase is, I wish you healing. If healing doesn't seem like a fitting word, you can change it to, I wish you good health. Just silently repeat this phrase to yourself and visualize this group of people or that person hearing the phrases, hearing your wishes, receiving those wishes as you repeat each one. the next phrase is may you feel love all around. The next one is may you feel joy. Continue to think of this person, the group of people that you have brought to mind. See them receiving the wishes that you have sent their way. You may notice that they feel more at peace, they feel happier, they may feel comforted. like to close this one with extending gratitude towards the people or person that you brought to mind, and for receiving these thoughts or wishes that you sent their way. Someone you're close to, you may even visualize giving them a hug. Go ahead and allow this visualization of these people or that person to fade away. Connect back with your breathing. Feeling the coolness of an inhale, the warmth of every exhale. I want you to slowly open your eyes. You really want to take your time allowing the light back in. Alright, just as a reminder, if you've been with me on my previous mindfulness lessons or haven't, the reason why we slowly open our eyes is because if we go from dark to light really fast, it can actually jolt our nervous system, and that agitation can carry on with us for the remainder of the day, and we don't want that. So these phrases that I gave you are not the phrases that you have to use. What we do is we just choose the phrases that are appropriate for that situation, that we are wishing for that person or for that group of people, and whatever's authentic to you. I always say it's really important to stay true to who you are, but you can play around with these phrases and send whatever phrases that you wish. Right now in our local community we had a tragedy occur, and so one of my wishes that I have been sending out is just for resiliency and prosperity, so that we, it's unfortunate that this situation happened, and we need to be with those emotions, and we need to heal from that. And I hope that we come out as a community even stronger as a result, and that will require the resiliency skills. So again, use this as you wish. You don't always have to close your eyes either. There are times during the school day where we don't have time to close our eyes and actually bring to mind someone. But if you know that you are having a difficult meeting with a parent, or maybe there's been some challenging situations, whether at work or home, and you have that time, close your eyes, bring them to mind, and go through this practice. Otherwise, you can just do this practice without doing any of that. Just being in the surrounding of a group. I've been in meetings sometimes where I have wished people understanding. I have sent them thoughts of even perseverance, students particularly who want to just give up. I have wished for them to just have perseverance, or to find that inner strength within them to keep on going. It is also a really good idea to do this for yourself. Heartfulness is a beautiful activity to do for ourselves as well, and it extends that self-compassion and that self-love that we particularly need during these challenging times. I just want to say thank you everyone for being with me this evening and for this Heartfulness lesson and participating. Again, if you're here, please say hi. Hi Natalie, thanks for joining us, and hi Ryan. I'm not sure if I said hi to you right away in the beginning, but this will be up in the group for replay. Just a couple other things. We will be back on for next week, week number 4 at 9 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. And then we have a mini-series coming up as well. Benny Fowler III, he's an NFL football player, Super Bowl champion. He is actually going to do the mini-series next week, a week from Tuesday. So I'm super excited to have my buddy Benny with us, and to bring in some new perspective as well. So thank you everyone. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a good night.